When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Wiregrass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the UAB Blazers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Blazers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Troy's offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be hungry.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Bohannon. And they'll knock him down. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. And that's why they're so tough to stop.
And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. The option look. Quick toss. Sweet cut there. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Troy. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a 3-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talented of a quarterback coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop.
Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Trojans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Now on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground. The football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UAB's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces. Completion on first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Blazers racing to the line in a hurry-up. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UAB. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply, we are more physical than you.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying play action. Now rolling to the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle.
Breaks a tackle. He smashes his way through again. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
We've reached a break. It's UAB on top, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the run. He will not get to the first down marker, and now that leaves him with 4th down and a big decision. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To the air on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Blazers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking down the middle. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Past the sticks, and he may get more. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Trojans are marching down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Blazers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Direct snap. He's in open space downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. Got the first down and more. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Second down coming up. On the move. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Got some room to run. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Troy.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Blazers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And now on second down for this offense. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. And the Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. Slings it downfield. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going to take off. Got the first down himself. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, you wonder sometimes if this quarterback, because of the success he's had earlier in the game, running the ball, just thinks every time I scramble, something good is going to happen. I think that time, guys, he should have stayed in the pocket and tried to take a shot, because it looked to me like he had a guy open down the field.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It'll be a draw. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these runs.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And to throw it before he wanted.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
To the ground, he's got it again. Makes it past the marker. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Blazers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Not much. Shows your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Pace, 27, John.
They'll keep it on the ground. Just steamrolling the defense. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UAB! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 25 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Off play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the catch at the 45. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding.
Turning it on. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. The quarter comes to a close and UAB is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And the Blazers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Blazers are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blazers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Now on the move. Touchdown, Blazers! And the punishment has been extended. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there. As he got the ball.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
That's caught. It's Briggs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete on third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
And the returner is stopped. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute down.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They want that clock to run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
The Blazers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be his second away. And the returner will be knocked down. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
It's complete to the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for an open area to his left. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense holds. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Crosses the 10. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. To the air. It's Hankerson. Fires into the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll pull it on the read. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, UAB. And they turn it into a defensive score. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Got it in the middle. It's Briggs. He picks it up, still on his feet. He's dragged down to the ground but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second. Oh, he's got some space. Gets away from one. Finds some space.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into the...
And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Hankerson. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Blazers moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Griffin! Get set! Get set!
They'll run play action. On the move and looking deep. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation